Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to Man Bun Books. As you saw in the beginning of the video, Theo of Golden today. This was a challenge by one of my subscribers, and I decided, why not? I won't always be able to accept challenges just because of finances or not being able to find the book or whatever. But I found this one on sale, and I thought, why not? Let's do it. And I'm very glad I did. Um, So thank you, subscriber. You know who you are. Your comments at the beginning of the video for this recommendation. Um, I'm going to start with just kind of a pitch of the book. And I don't know if we're going to go into spoilers or not. I don't think so for this one. Because I want you to experience this book for yourself. I'm going to definitely talk about some of the themes and stuff that are in here. And some of the ways it made me feel. And maybe I have a challenge of my own towards the end for each one of you. So, Theo of Golden. What is it about? Well, in the small southern town of Golden, one day an old man shows up. No one knows where he came from. No one knows who he is. No one knows what he's doing there. He goes to a local coffee shop. He sees portraits all over the wall, hand-drawn by a local artist, and starts to return those portraits, buy them from the coffee shop, and return those portraits to their rightful owners. Each time he does, a life is altered. That's basically the premise of this book. Um, Man, this book is so heartwarming and so lovely to read. Mr. Allen Levi or Allen Levis or Allen Levi or however you want to say it. It's fine, whatever. I'm going to call him Mr. Allen for the purposes of this book. Mr. Allen has woven a story and a tale here that really, really makes you think about the things you take for granted in your life. At least it did for me. Theo is a man who walks around and takes him forever to get from point A to point B because he's constantly stopping to experience the petal of this flower, to gaze into this store window, to experience the architecture across the street. He is a man who soaks in his surroundings. And this is coming from a life of tragedy and hardship that has made him experience life in a different way. I don't think you have to go through that stuff, though, to experience the way Theo did. And I'll explain that in a moment. But Theo just soaks in the world around him. He sees the intricacies and the nuance of people by their face and their facial expressions and their actions. Theo sees the beauty and the love and the compassion in people that they often don't see themselves. And ourselves, honestly, are one of the biggest blind spots when it comes to being a human being. We often have a huge blind spot when it comes to ourselves. Sometimes the blind spot is a bad thing, and we don't see flaws. We don't see things that we need to work on, that people outside, like people around us, see. Other times, it's a blind spot for a good thing. Maybe you're a little more compassionate than you think you are. Maybe you're a little more loving than you think you are. Maybe you're a little more adept at seeing the world around you in certain ways than other people are, and you don't recognize that in yourself. I just love how this book explores looking for the deeper meaning in things. Theo will sit, he has a spot on this bench where he sits and just looks at the river, and he just imagines the river and the slow movement all the way to the sea, unbroken, unstopped, unchanged. He thinks about lives coursing down that river. He thinks about the beauty of a feather falling from the sky, the detail in the feather. All of these certain things that just Theo's life is so vibrant, and the way he sees the world is so vibrant. And Mr. Allen does such a good job of taking you into Theo's head and parking you there for a while. His descriptions of things are really poignant and really nice. I love how he handles um I love how he handles conflict. I love how he handles war. I love how he handles music in this one. I play music as well, and there's a character in here, Simone or Simon, however you say it. That was a really nice scene, and you can tell this man is a musician of some kind as well, or an artist of some kind as well. Um, just in the way that he writes his descriptions of things. His prose is not really flowery and over the top. It's pretty simple. You can grab onto it, like not simple in a derogatory way, just simple in a accessible way. He's not writing to try and, you know, show off how fancy he can be. Like he's really giving you the story in the best way possible, and I really appreciate that, Mr. Allen. Um, it's just the story's so beautiful and so vibrant. It's challenged me to look underneath the surface level of people, underneath the surface level of a leaf, underneath the surface level of a blade of grass, to see the deeper meanings there, to see the intricacies that God has woven all throughout our world. It's such a good read. Go pick it up. Before we finish off, I have a challenge for you. Every one of you who watches this video, it might be 10 people, it might be 50 people, I don't know. But every one of you who watches this video and is stuck around to this point, A, thank you. It helps out the channel a lot. B, here's my challenge for you. Find something today in your life that is commonplace and mundane and that you have done so many times that you've now taken it for granted. The extraordinary becoming ordinary. The wild and mysterious becoming commonplace and everyday. Find something new in that commonplace. It could be your drive to work that you've driven back and forth to so many times you could almost do it in your sleep at this point because it's just going back and forth to work. Pay attention. Find something new. Find something interesting. Notice a detail that you've never noticed before, and then ponder why your mind chose that detail. Maybe it's a person. Maybe you're in a relationship, or you have your kids, or family of some kind, or friends. Challenge yourself to try and see a different side, a different nuance to that person today. And try and appreciate them in a little bit of a different way. Look for the nuance, look for the beauty in your everyday life. Don't let it go for granted. Life is too short to be rushing, constantly doing. A good friend of mine recently told me that we are human beings, not human doings. Take a moment, 5 minutes. We don't have to take an entire day to do this. You can only do it you can do it in 2 to 5 minutes. Take 2 to 5 minutes to just simply be. Notice the things around you. Notice the intricacies and beauty around you. Notice the detail and the complexity and the love and the joy and the compassion around you. That's what this book has left with me, and that's what I hope this book will leave with you too. Until we talk again, be kind to each other.